everybody. Welcome to Fades Foolishness podcast, where, as we like to say, conversation starts in the DJ booth or barber chair when we decide to do that. And it ends with a tall cup. We just gonna say a big cup or a fresh cut. Bars. You know. But I am your host, Ty, and we're gonna kick it off by introducing the cast. If you've been following us, you already know who they are. So on the screen's right, to the audience's right, is nephew Chris right there.
How y'all doing?
Yep, one half of the Toxicity Twins.
And before you keep going, I just realized you look very dapper in your gold. I didn't say that earlier. That shit look clean.
Thank you very much, nephew. Thank you very much. You know, I am the old head of the group, so I got to try to look some kind of way.
Not
You know
dapper.
what I mean? But I appreciate it. And right next to him, the big man, nephew Kobe.
Yo.
Kobe is being very stoic right now.
I like how Chris tried to avoid the toxicity trait. He was like, "Oh, you looking bad."
Hey, look, they call me toxic. It is what it is.
Hey, it's just toxic in certain things. That's all. When it comes to women. No, I'm sorry. Anyway. Now, the man behind the boards is the other half of the Toxicity Twins.
The real toxic.
Wow, the one that we always have to give a disclaimer for.
That's crazy.
That would be JD.
That's
Nephew
crazy.
JD.
That's wild.
Tell everybody what up, nephew JD.
What up?
Don't be toxic when you do it.
You know. Yeah.
But today we're gonna go ahead and we might be a little late on this, but we want to talk about it because we enjoyed it, and apparently not that many of y'all went to go see it. Well, we're gonna talk about the ThunderBolts movie today.
Yes, sir.
We are a cast of Marvel heads, comic book heads, the DC, Marvel,
It don't matter.
wrestling, all genres of geek. We geek over.
That's us.
Yep. So we're gonna talk about a lot of things, but today we're gonna talk about the Thunderbolts. It might trickle over into some other things. Marvel. It's gonna be all Marvel related, but we are definitely heavily talking about the Thunderbolts movie. Highly spoiled. So if you ain't seen that movie by now, we don't care if we spoil it for you. We don't care. But keep watching. So we're gonna
Start with
kick
the
it off.
characters.
We're gonna kick it off. We're gonna start off with characters. Characters. Let's see. As far as what we think. So you're going to tell the audience what you thought about the characters in the Thunderbolts. Did the cast mesh well in the movie to make the story stand out? And was there character growth in these characters since the previous Marvel projects that they were in? For me, I liked every character in it. They quickly got rid of one that was kind of unnecessary.
But I think they realized
I still liked her in the movie she was in. I think everybody was just mad because of the gender swap. I think people were mad
really
about the
what
gender swap.
Hell no, that motherfucker was weak. Hell, that character was weak. No.
It definitely was not the real Taskmaster.
No,
that was not Taskmaster.
She was not the real Taskmaster. She was a watered down version of Taskmaster for the movie.
The real origin
Can we even
of
say watered
Taskmaster
down?
is way better.
We can't even say watered down.
I mean, she was whooping her.
They stuffed a chip in her head and she was a robot.
It's Dr. Pepper and Dr. Pip. It's kind of
But I like Dr. Pip more. No, I'm just both of them joints nasty to me.
Yeah.
But
the real origin story of Taskmaster is
That man
dope
just-
by itself.
Yeah.
Like for them to do it the way that they did, it
Yeah.
didn't make sense.
Like Taskmaster was just cold in general. He just woke up, said, "Yeah,
Violent.
I can read all your shit and take it, and just because unless you have superpowers, and that's it."
They didn't even so right now we ain't even talking about the Thunderbolts.
No.
Right now we talking about
Individual
Character.
character.
well, I mean, yeah. So
I mean,
for
that
that
wasn't a big
character, we talking about what was that? That was which movie was she in?
She was in Black Widow.
She was in Black Widow.
that final Black
Yep.
Widow.
So we
the
talking
other
about
one.
Black Widow right now. So
Yep.
they didn't even really show the mimicking.
Nope.
No, they
Not
showed
at
him
all.
shot in the head.
Not at all.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
That was
Yeah.
it.
And she was, his son, his daughter, the head of the Red Room.
Some shit like
Yeah.
that. That movie.
Yeah, she was
that
his
movie's
daughter.
ass.
She was his daughter.
I can't remember that terrible movie.
So that
Black
wasn't no
Widow
terrible.
was
Black Widow was
good.
good.
It was
Half of them
good.
all.
Black Widow was
Okay.
good.
It was good. It's just that when it came out, because when it came out was after she's dead. So I'm just like, I don't care.
Well,
But we knew
See,
it
I'm
was
gonna
the
say
same.
this right
wasn't
quick. I'm gonna say this right
invested.
quick. One half of the Toxicity Twins currently has a problem with the female character that we are talking about.
yeah, no.
As I had put it before,
You said
he's
female
only
character.
toxic when it comes to women.
Ah,
So
That's not even true.
When it comes to harlots.
no. I'm saying you're not
Chris,
toxic about all women. You're just
it's
only toxic
just
when it comes to women.
some.
That's
and-
all. So,
If it was a dude who was Taskmaster and did the same things, I would have the exact same problem.
I don't know.
The views
Something
of
tells
Chris.
me that he would still have a bit more of a problem with the
The-
fact that it was a gender swap.
Yeah.
I didn't even
Uh,
care it was a girl.
The
Mm.
views of Chris Porter reflect Chris Porter and Chris Porter alone, and not the Fades and Foolishness podcast. But
Insanity.
Hey,
Because I don't have a problem with Silver Surfer being a woman.
that's not Silver Surfer.
That is Silver
Yeah, it
Surfer.
is
Yeah.
Silver
I thought you said it was
Surfer.
someone else from
No.
a different.
Nah,
It's
it's
still-
just-
Oh, that's
but-
Silver
but
Surfer.
Silver Surfer is there is a female version of Silver.
That I
Surfer.
knew, but I didn't know if it was that one because of the universe.
It's just not Norman Red.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
It's
You know-
not. She's not that character.
You know who I'm really going to have a problem with? I'm going to have a problem with Johnny Storm not being a dickhead.
He is.
They say he's not going to be a dickhead in this movie.
Mm,
I have a distinct problem with that.
At least it's not Michael B. Jordan.
I
ooh.
tend to wait and.
I'm sorry.
Like I'm still gonna go watch. I just realized you said you're fucked up.
That one didn't make sense to me. I'm sorry.
I'm just gonna wait and see. I have a wait and see attitude.
Yeah, I know I do.
That's
Nah.
I need to wait.
But yeah, my fault. I just had to throw the disclaimer out there. But getting back to what we were saying, the Taskmaster character, it just was done completely wrong.
Yeah,
It was just
Yeah.
done completely wrong.
I agree.
The fights that she was in were dope. They were dope, but they didn't showcase what Taskmaster is known for. You know, like the mimicking, like they tried to with the shield. They tried to, but I would say if you'd have had Cap in the movie,
yeah,
it would have made more sense. You know,
because
You see-
you're mimicking Captain America.
with the shield and all
Yeah.
that stuff, it would have made more sense. You would have actually been able to see the mimicking through her fighting Cap. Then you'd be like, okay, she just did that same move. Oh snap! Oh, you know.
They tried to make you feel like, oh yeah, this is the mimic because they would just use the music notes.
Yeah.
That's really what they did. Like when
Yeah.
they, in Black, not to go back, but the Black Widow, when they actually went to her doing Black Panther stuff, you just heard the drums. Basically.
Yeah.
Like, oh, this is Black Panther. Look,
Yeah.
That's,
You know
yeah,
what
that's
I mean?
really all it was.
Like,
I'm like, okay.
like, man. So, but
Straight trash.
yeah. So again,
Why couldn't you be Iron Man?
they got rid of her.
Nigga said,
What's that?
"I can't
Why
you
couldn't
be
you-
Why couldn't you be Iron Man? Bye, bitch.
Man.
That's crazy."
But they got rid of her.
Pretty cool.
Bro, none of them skills that she stole.
Hey, I'm sitting there.
All those skills they programmed into her her chip did nothing for her.
Man, I'm sitting there watching, and when it happened, I'm like, I don't know what I was doing, but it was just like, it didn't seem like it had happened. Yeah, I'm like, damn,
We just
tap the wife. I'm like, did they just kill Taskmaster? She was like, yep. Like,
You look down, heard the gunshot, and heard the body drop.
and all I kept thinking was,
is she gonna get up?
she gonna get up or something, yeah. And that was,
shit.
they got her right up out of there quick. And I was like, damn, okay.
What they give her all of like 3 lines? If she,
She
even
had a
had
Did she have a line?
I believe she had a line.
I think she did too.
She was like, I didn't come here for you. That was
Yeah,
that's
that
probably
might
the
have been her
only
only
thing she
line.
said.
Yep.
Now, how many times did she have to say that line?
Yeah, she didn't. She literally might have had 3 lines.
Yes, probably.
Yeah.
You're not my target.
But
Some shit.
literally, other than that, to me, all of the characters was cohesive.
Yep.
All the characters
Yep.
meshed well.
Mhm.
Yep. Officially joined Spider-Man. John Barenthal officially joined Spider-Man.
Punisher.
Brand New Day. Yep.
Punisher.
got-
Let's go.
All right, that was breaking news. I'm sorry.
Let's
we,
get
we
it.
got John Barenthal is gonna be in the new Spider-Man movie.
I killed him because I liked it.
Man, hey,
Great
Mitchell.
lot.
it's gonna be interesting.
Man, we already
So,
got that.
but yeah,
Bring
yeah, y'all go ahead and take over. Who what characters actually kind of stood out to y'all, and how do you feel they meshed, and how did you feel about the character growth with that character?
So the person who's supposed to be the villain, what's her name? Stockman or something? How you say it?
I don't know. I truly never know how to say her name.
Talking about Elaine?
Yeah, Elaine.
We going with Elaine.
We're going okay. So Elaine, like how her character is, like how cartoonishly evil she is, but
Yeah.
also like you do see why she's like that.
She's
And
like
it's just
Amanda
hilarious
Waller.
too, though.
It is.
she's
But
funny. Like she's
She's a shitty Amanda Waller though.
That's what I just said.
No, that's what I'm saying. I heard you say it, so I just made sure.
Yeah,
that-
she's
a
Amanda
shitty
Waller.
Amanda Waller.
yeah, shitty Amanda Waller. Like it was just, it's like I like her character because it's like
Yeah, she's funny.
just imagine like you're about to get impeached. Yeah, scrub everything and all those people who I have killed them people. Yeah, go ahead, y'all kill each other, and I'm gonna set that room on fire.
Yeah.
And then
Shit, I have nothing to worry about. Burn everything to fucking ground.
Yeah.
really, she's a true.
nice.
She shows the
That
truth.
was
I
funny.
feel like she shows what a true politician looks like.
True.
She does.
And when
She
shit really happens,
Yeah.
they acted that out pretty
Yeah.
goddamn good. I'm not gonna lie, she did a great job. Great job.
All of them are legitimately rejects.
Mhm.
They're legitimately all rejects because,
It's Suicide Squad.
but
It's
but they're
Suicide
not.
It is.
But they're not like
Have a chip in their head to blow up.
that.
Yeah.
basically.
Yeah.
Like they all got rejected somehow
Mm-hmm.
They were rejected from somewhere.
from something because
Yeah.
Bucky was rejected from Captain
Hydra.
America.
He was rejected from Hydra.
But he could have been the
Mhm.
next Captain America, and technically that's a reject there. The actual Captain America, but decided he wanted to commit a hate crime.
Yeah, that nigga did.
Hey,
Look, he did it
man.
in 3 countries. In 3
Hey,
countries.
And he was like that. There was legit growth
Man,
there.
speaking of him,
He was
But
a
I-
dickhead, but he was
but I
a great.
love-
He was a great.
was that his
dickhead.
kid?
Yes.
Yes, he's a
He
dickhead.
was like,
Family,
yeah,
man.
Yeah, I'm watching.
Man.
Yeah. Like legitimately, there was growth with him, but like the original group started off as we just collectively all hate him.
Yeah.
That's literally
I mean,
all it was.
understandable. He was the supreme dickhead.
The
Yeah.
only person that didn't have any growth was the Red Guardian.
Man.
That's the only one that didn't have growth because he was always like that the whole time.
Literally.
He told his daughter, like, I'm doing amazing. Oh, well, I don't want to do this anymore. What are you talking about? I will kill everyone to get this job. I thought you was amazing.
I was lying.
I live
Look
in a
where I
shithole.
live.
Man.
I live in a shithole.
He's
Hey.
like, I thought you didn't want me, daughter. That's why I didn't come around.
know.
Look at me. I suck.
He's the only one that didn't have growth because he was always like that.
I mean, he's more or less a completed character.
Yeah.
Did y'all notice Bob? You know, his name was Bob, and
Oh, you were talking about Ryan? Ryan? Was it Ryan Reynolds?
No, not Ryan
No.
What's wrong with me? Fucking I know it's Centuries. What's his card? What's the comic book name? Century.
He was called Bob and
Yeah.
the Tom Cruise movie.
Really?
The Tom Cruise joint.
Oh.
Oh, so that's why they
Top
went with
Gun.
Bob.
Yeah.
Top
In
Gun.
Top Gun 2, he was Bob. His call sign was Bob.
That's funny.
Oh, so that's why they went with that.
Well, I mean,
I
no,
thought they
it's
was doing it
just
for like a split personality joint.
no. I
type.
mean,
Oh,
that ain't why they
the
went
name
with
is
it, but it's
Bob.
just you
Right.
know, it might be a running joke
It might be a running joke slash little nudge, wink.
because he's supposed to be planning something else coming up too. And my wife was like, it would be funny if his name is Bob in that.
His name is gonna be Bob.
Yeah. But my fault. Go ahead, JD.
I'm sorry.
Hey man, you can't be on your phone on the camera.
I'm sorry. They can't see it, but no. I was looking up the whole Bob thing when you were saying
Uh-huh.
it, but then I opened up Instagram and got instantly distracted.
This dude, man, is hilarious.
This proves every
No.
single
He's
conversation.
running the
ever
show. He's the showrunner.
Every time. He says we can't have conversations in certain environments because we get distracted.
Man.
This nigga gets distracted.
Nigga.
You know, haven't y'all ever noticed how when girls dance, they dance incredibly hard, and it makes you even worse when they skinny because it's like, damn, you gonna pop your back at a place, God. Because all that gyrating and shit. I'm like, damn,
Man.
this shit making me
You
hurt.
gotta
God.
make love to the camera, bro.
Is that what that is?
They doing, man. They gotta make
And
love
then,
to the camera.
and then it's when they make that mean mug. I'm like, does it hurt? Like, what the fuck is you doing? Anyway, back to the characters. Nah, I here's my thing. Not y'all laughing at me.
Bro,
How
you
did
got,
we get there?
bro, you got tisms, dog. You got
Man.
you got tisms like a son, bitch.
Man,
Your tisms is out there.
I'm sorry because you know I always cut on that face when I see something that shocked the fuck out of me. It's always the hump face. Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Oh my god. But anyway, now I have a favorite character. My favorite character is of course the bust down Captain America. You know, he's my favorite character. He's the great value Captain America because y'all not notice how his shield wasn't made of the same shit as Captain America's shield, but he popping that shit like it's the real shield.
Yeah. He tried.
That great value
Till
shield.
it got bent like a taco.
Hey, you know what? When it got bent, it reminded me of when he got his ass whooped by the Wakandans, and he said, "They're not even super soldiers."
Yeah. Hey, he was so mad. He was
That
sad.
nigga, look, you know he cried in the car.
Yeah,
You know he cried in the
buddy.
car.
That's where the racism began.
Yeah. You know what? I ain't gonna even say he had character growth. He was still an a-hole at the start of this movie.
Yeah.
The start, yeah. They got better at
He was an a-hole at the end.
He was an a-hole at the end, but he was a better a-hole.
But it was a
Yeah.
they legit was like, I'm finna go kill her.
Hey,
That was
we
justified.
never saw him with his kid again the rest of that movie.
Oh,
That's-
that's
He's
his
never
wife
gonna see
Lotto.
him again.
Huh?
He's never gonna see that boy again.
So he didn't have no character growth.
That
Go
nigga's right
raise
where
your
he was.
son.
There was no character growth. Well, he remained the same butthole that he was during the Falcon and the Winter Soldier series. He was the same butthole.
Yeah, it got even worse because he got even. Damn, did you notice that in that TV show, the niggas really got over in that movie? They really got over on him. That
Okay.
was black
Yeah.
excellence.
Yeah.
That was black excellence.
Yeah, absolutely.
And that man was hurt.
All you heard was choo 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 choo.
Not even him, but even
Man.
Sam.
I mean,
Yeah.
the Wakandas ain't nothing to play with.
Yeah.
They are literally the most powerful thing on the planet besides them, Atlanteans. And they beat them.
Wait, was
Dude.
there any character development?
Hell
Now
no.
I'm thinking about it.
Hell
There
no,
was
not really.
It was only
Look,
Yelena?
Sentry. It was
And
only
Sentry.
Sentry and Elena.
Because what
Elena
development
was-
did the phasing girl have?
Oh,
She really didn't talk.
she learned to be a team player and come back.
She
and help your friends.
learned how to control her power.
She learned
Longer than a minute.
look. They learned the power of friendship.
Basically, that's what we had with the power of
The
friendship.
power of friendship can
Bucky.
get anything.
Bucky, that he had.
Bucky
leader-
was
he grew
a
leadership.
congressman.
But
Yeah,
he gained some
yeah,
leadership.
but
Yeah.
but hold on, we already knew that though. So I
Yeah,
mean,
yeah.
you know,
But you could tell he felt defeated when he got his ass whooped when Sentry grabbed that
Oh my God.
that arm and just beat the
why
shit out of
do
him.
people keep disrespecting him with that arm? Like remember Eddie Falcon when it started, they hit him right here and the arm fell off. I
But
said,
see, they the ones who
"Damn."
made it.
They made it.
They made it, so
They
they knew how to.
Ain't
They,
that fucked up though?
Yeah.
That's our arm.
That's
It's
fucked up.
Like, y'all trying to fight me? Like,
Yeah, no.
that's our arm. Give me our shit.
That was another scene that I'm like,
It was-
damn, y'all fucked up with that. Y'all know the man handicapped. Why the fuck you do that? You know what that's like? That's like taking a like you get
Handicap.
into a fight with a motherfucker with a prosthetic leg and you kick them off their leg. That's what that shit like.
You say handicap. He's
Yeah.
still a super soldier.
Jay,
That don't
he's
mean
regular.
Yeah.
all right,
still a
man.
super
Nah,
soldier. He
handicap.
look-
you
he
handicap.
he is still a
he was
super
like,
soldier.
he looked at me and I looked at him.
this nigga stupid.
That's
I
exactly what
look
it
at him.
Like,
Look,
like,
did,
Hey,
so
you
hold
can't
on.
convince me this man not know
Let's
super
keep it a
soldier.
buck. Let's keep it a buck. If Falcon and the Winter Soldier, when that arm fell off, that nigga was defeated. Because Kobe's right, that nigga did it down in his arm like, damn.
Okay.
Like,
Because guess what?
that was self-esteem right
Yeah.
there.
That wasn't just self-esteem.
And when he
knew,
got
he
in
knew
there-
I got to lead him below before I die.
When
Man.
Sentry pulled that shit off and smacked him, he went.
Yeah.
See? See?
Hey, man.
These were heavy flashback moments for
When
these people.
Century threw the Red Guardian out the
Oh
window,
my God, I thought he was gonna
I thought he was
drop
about
him.
to be dead.
I
I'm
thought
like,
he was gonna
why
drop
he
him.
had a bigger part in this movie? Like, dang. Man.
It would have made it funny if he did drop it. You're like,
Hey.
that would have made the shit funny. I'm sorry.
Sick.
When he
Funniest
did, it was,
part.
Man.
It was the funniest part of the movie to y'all.
oh, don't worry, little girl, you're safe.
Yep. Yep.
Yeah.
His whole face said, "Ooh, scheiße." He was, oh shit.
I honestly think the funniest part is when they was all telling Bucky the exact truth, and he was like, "Yeah, sure, right." Oh wait, Century? Oh, y'all tell the truth.
Yeah, yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
come
yeah.
on, I need y'all help.
Yeah,
Hey, I'm
okay.
sorry I locked y'all. I was arresting y'all. Can I get y'all to help real quick?
That was funny to me.
To me, the funniest part of that movie was this Mark pulling up in the desert.
Yeah. He
That
drove
was
out
pretty
there.
funny,
and
too.
Hey,
She was like, oh.
They was like, I think that's your
the
dad.
only thing that's the one thing that they dropped the ball on. She was supposed to turn straight teenage daughter on that part. As soon as somebody said, "Who is that?" She was supposed to be like, "That's my dad."
Oh yeah.
That would have made
She's like,
it even
"That's no-
funnier.
She's
Because
like,
all
"That's
she
nobody
did
I
was
know."
like, nobody.
She
Nobody.
sunk in. She sunk into the
I
sand.
mean,
Yeah.
that's still some teenage stuff because they
Yeah.
will deny they dad immediately. They
Yeah.
found
Oh,
it
look, she
embarrassing.
was supposed to bury herself in the sand. That's
Yeah.
what the fuck
Hey,
she was
man.
supposed to
Like
do.
who is
That
like who
part
is that?
was
I don't know
funny.
who that is. But she's like, I don't know who that is. We should keep walking.
Yeah.
She did do that. She's like, we should keep
Yeah.
walking.
Let me see. We kind of did that. Yeah, basically just did that.
Mm-hmm.
Uh,
You want to go to store?
okay. Well, the last question: did these characters reflect well to the comic books, y'all?
That's a good question. 'cause
That's more so. That's more so for you, huh? That's more so for you, because I mean,
I don't know.
This
Okay,
is
so
Yelena even a real-
yeah, that's for you. That's all you.
You the one who.
Let's see.
I don't
know.
Is Yelena even a real character in the comics?
I thought she was.
Somebody, yeah, because they did wind up picking up a new
Black Widow.
Black Widow. I think it is Yelena. What is it, Belova?
Yeah.
I
I don't
would.
feel like her last
I
name
wouldn't
Belova.
know
I
how
feel like it's something else.
I wouldn't know.
I feel like
I like
Belova
her
is
more.
used so much.
I think it's
Probably.
Baryshnikov, but I might be wrong. there, too.
Baryshnikov is even worse because that's
Mm.
another stereotypical that place name.
We're going to war with
I
them
would
soon
say,
anyway.
Buck,
What
I
is
would
it
say
matter?
Bucky's is pretty still somewhat close to the
I
comics.
think so too.
And Century,
Century's it.
I like their take.
Oh,
it's not
Belova.
full-blown.
Yeah, it's Yelena Belova.
Yeah, nigga, I know. I know my woman name.
You know
Yeah.
what? I keep forgetting
Oh.
that great value Captain America. His name is U.S. Agent.
Yeah.
I keep forgetting that. I want to call him everything else.
He get
Yeah.
the most generic name in the world.
Yeah.
I mean, his other name is John Walker.
Yeah.
That's as American as apple pie.
Yeah. It may as well have been John Smith.
Yeah.
Oh God.
Yeah.
Void and Sentry's comic books are basically
It's pretty close.
It's pretty damn close to the point. Like the way that they ended the fights with that is good for now, but the minute he kicks back over, he's unstoppable again. And there's only one person from what I saw that can only really defeat him, and the only way to defeat him is Alzheimer's. That's it. They literally.
We're going to see Century. We're going to see Void again.
In Doom. In Doom. And Dr. Doom is going
Doom will
to
handle that, man.
disrespect his ass.
Man.
It's gonna hold on. I do think that he is going to hold up a very good fight.
Yeah.
But I think that
He's
he's
not gonna
gonna
be
be
able to
one of
control
those
it.
characters that is gonna end up dying. Because Doom is going to have to kill him. There is no other way. He has to, and they have already
can't-
said that
yeah.
in Doom, characters are going to die.
Well, this is true. But
And they are not coming back.
You
This is
can't-
not a snapback. These characters are going to be killed off forever.
Yeah,
You
because
can't-
it's
you
going to be a
can't
soft
forget.
reboot.
Yep.
you can't forget that Sentry's literally immortal.
Yeah, he's in. You
He
can't
will
kill
die
him.
and come back. That's literally his character.
He always come back.
Like in the movie, he literally died, and he's just like, "Oh, cool, void time," and I'm back.
The only way to stop Void is to stop Sentry, and the last time it was done, Doctor Strange did what he did with Spider-Man.
Yeah.
He made everyone, including Sentry, forget that he was Sentry. And the last time they did it, it didn't fully work because Sentry remembered he was Sentry,
Or
so he didn't do shit.
or you get World Breaker Hulk, and them niggas fight until they tired. That's literally the only two ways.
I don't know.
He said,
I mean, we don't know. We
Let's
don't
move
know.
on. So, topic 2, we're going to talk about the story itself. So, the synopsis is basically, what's the name? Fake Amanda Waller.
Fake Amanda-
Elaine. I'm
Elaine.
sorry. We going
great
with Elaine.
value, Amanda.
Yeah.
Everybody's great value.
Elaine is cleaning house.
What's the term for what they did? Was she president? She wasn't president, was she?
No, she was
No,
basically like Secretary of Defense or something like that.
Something like that.
Just like Amanda who?
But
Yeah, it was something like
that court session was it was just like a congressional hearing,
Yeah.
basically.
Yeah, about her. Yeah.
Yeah, it was strictly for her.
Yeah. Yeah. So she was getting ready to lose whatever rank she had just
She's about to get
garnered.
Yep.
Yeah.
and in prison.
So
And that's what she was talking about. The Avengers aren't coming back. She said the Avengers, they're
yeah,
not
the
coming
Avengers
back.
aren't coming back.
So you
Which,
need me.
so look, we can break off on a tangent of that.
Yep.
So right now we have Captain America.
Yep.
We basically have
Thor.
Captain America, Shang-Chi.
We have a new Falcon.
We'll see from the original Avengers.
Oh, we're talking from the original?
From that team,
Oh, half of them dead.
we got Captain America.
We have Thor.
We have Thor. Iron Man is dead.
That's it.
I mean, you got
Hulk.
Hulk is
They
around.
said the Hulk is coming back.
Hulk
He is
is
coming
around
back.
somewhere.
Yeah.
And I hope they
Black
stop moving his
Widow. The
character.
original Black Widow is dead.
Vision is technically.
Vision's
Oh,
alive.
but
Don't
hold on.
nobody know what Vision is.
Yeah.
But he's alive. He's dead.
Yeah,
He's
Yeah.
out
just
there.
don't know what
But-
he is. So I guess finally
His TV show
his
comes out this
series
year.
is getting ready to let us know where he is.
Also,
And
what
they
he's been
released. They
doing.
already released the synopsis
Wanda's
for
not
that,
dead.
basically.
Wanda's around somewhere.
Yeah, it's about him going around regaining his memories, and he goes back to what was that country that they destroyed in Captain America 2? I mean, not
Sokovia.
I mean Avengers 2.
Sokovia.
Yeah, he goes back to Sokovia and he ends up finding Ultron, and Ultron helps him regain his memories again.
So we're bringing back Ultron.
Basically, yeah.
I do remember seeing something where Ultron's supposed to be coming back.
What's his face? Arrow dude. He's
Hawkeye?
He's retired.
yeah,
but
he's
still alive.
out. He's
yeah,
out.
but
Hawkeye is dealing with winter advisory issues.
like
So he's not coming back because Marvel decided to cut his money down by half
By half.
because he's half the person he used to be.
That's fucked up.
That's really
That's
bogus.
fucked
That's so
up.
bogus. Yeah, that's so bogus.
You're not a whole man, so we can pay you half the money.
like that's so bogus.
That's fucked up. That's like discrimination. Isn't that discrimination?
It 100% is.
And another thing that I feel like Marvel 100% dropped the ball on. Why we ain't get a Ronin show?
I don't
From
know.
when he was going around.
Oh, that's the only
murking
time
people.
he'd be cold to me.
Yeah.
When he was going around murking
Because his show
people,
was
It was campy. It was very campy.
Because he don't have no super serum. He
the
can't do
best
shit but
part
shoot
of
arrows.
that show. The best part of that show was
The ending, the last episode was.
when they had to fight Kingpin.
Yeah.
that was a good fight.
That
too.
was the best part of the show. Kingpin looked like a super soldier in that.
I mean, well, Kingpin.
They, you know,
normally just broke
you
it.
know
I
that
mean,
they-
it was actually comic book accurate.
accurate.
Kingpin.
They said that he is equivalent. His strength is equivalent to a super soldier.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Uh huh. So it was very comic book accurate. What were we talking about? Okay, so we were talking about the plot. Yeah. So they stumbled upon Sentry. Like they had been doing
Missions. and-
tests. No, they had been testing on
civilians.
subjects, on
Oh, yeah.
civilians.
Oh,
Yeah.
She made the
Civilians with trauma, with traumatic past.
They was like, oh, we're gonna do the Sentry Project. We just gonna, test out these. Oh, they're
Yeah.
dying. Oh well, no one's
Yeah.
gonna find out.
So they was
Blah,
killing
blah,
off
blah.
everybody, and he just happened to be the one that survived.
That's because that boy was like,
Right.
he's like, my split personality says we're not dying.
Right. Basically. So,
And everyone that she sent to go back there, they all wanted to change. They all wanted to do something else after working with her. So
mhm.
each one of them they basically were told, do this last mission. We reassigned you to Yelena was specifically, she want to be,
She
In
want to
front
do
of
some
the
hero.
camera.
She want to do some hero work.
yeah.
She was like, I don't.
We
want
don't
to
know
killing people.
what everyone else was. I think other than Walker, I think he wanted like more of a better government role or something like that.
Right.
Because
Well, it wasn't that everybody was trying to better their situation.
They just
It's
wanted
that
something new.
no, it's just that they were all tying
Loose ends.
Loose ends.
Elaine to that project.
Yep.
And she wanted anything that was tying her to that project to be gone.
Wiped
Burnt
away.
up,
She thought that they
wiped
would
away.
take out each other.
Yeah.
No,
So-
she didn't.
Yes, she did.
That's why she had the incinerator.
No, but she thought,
But
but they were locked in the room together.
Oh
Yeah,
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 that was
they
the
were
initial.
locked in there
it was
together.
The initial response is that
And
everybody
remember-
would think they were a threat to each other.
Yeah, remember now, each one of them was there to kill one of the others.
Yep.
that is true.
So
And then once that
that's what
happened,
she, yeah,
And they got burnt.
exactly.
She was like, but I just feel like the only reason I said that is because I feel like even if they kept fighting and did not manage to kill each
Oh.
other, those walls are still coming down. So even if they didn't finish each other
Oh,
off,
so I see what
they
Chris is
didn't
saying.
set on fire.
There was a backup plan if it came to light that they weren't going to kill each other.
Which is what happened.
And
Yeah,
her backup
essentially.
plan
Yeah.
was to become the fearless leader, and we're going on a trip to a place called In the Shower Time.
What the hell you talking
Hitler.
Oh,
Oh.
the chambers.
about? Oh,
He said the chambers.
you're taking me back
You
to
know, I felt like that's where that was
I
going.
was just straight up and listening to you talk. I was like, what the fuck are you talking about?
You know what's crazy?
It was out there.
You know what's crazy is that me and him have been friends long enough to which I knew where that was going. I knew that was something World War II related.
hey man.
I said, because when he said the
Sure.
walls came down, I said, Auschwitz. Auschwitz.
Going on a trip to a
Oh,
place called
makes sense.
Auschwitz.
Nigga, taking me back to history class, nigga. I
What?
failed that. No, I'm just
You know, I
Funny enough,
kind of did too. Don't feel
Yeah,
bad.
man.
That
man.
movie's based off of the shit they people do anyway.
We all
they do
hated-
experimentations all
We
the time.
hated history growing up, but then we just sit. Now we get older and watch documentaries. What fucking sense does that make?
You know what's even crazy is that I
very
learned-
true. Because I watched the crap out of documentaries.
Me too.
Is it bad that I learned most of
But I've
my
been watching
history
it
from
forever.
Assassin's Creed?
It not really because it's
it
something you
is.
was interested in.
It's pretty bad.
Yeah,
Pretty bad.
That's it.
But I did as well. So
We gonna talk about that off camera because I've been playing Shadow.
yeah. Oh.
We'll talk about it off.
It's time.
Tell me
I need to
something.
get it.
I'm buying
I
that
need to
game
get it.
next
I
week.
was trying to wait on it to go on sale, but anyway. Okay.
Look, me too.
Yeah. I was getting ready. Oh, okay. So yeah, now this is a very good question. Do y'all feel this was Marvel's attempt at building hype over another Bland Group project?
Another Bland Group?
Bland Group. We say Bland Group because it didn't make the number. Like we talked about before we started filming, how it didn't make the numbers that a Marvel movie normally makes. Now, understand something. It made $320-something million.
380.
380. It made almost $400 million. That number's gonna go up because when it comes to digital, because it ain't going to Disney right away. It's gonna come to digital first. Niggas like me gonna buy it.
Yeah,
I do.
But even then, and what you all got to remember is ads come into play, and the more that people watch it, the more that they watch it, the more ads that Disney can put in it. The more ads that Disney can put in it, the more money that they'll generate it towards and put it towards the movie.
So they gonna make they made their money. They all right.
But what kind of sort of goes into it about it being bland is think in reference to Eternals. Think in reference to that.
Oh God, yeah.
Because remember, Eternals was a group movie.
Yeah.
Eternals was a group movie,
and boring.
And that's basically what the question is saying. This movie as a group movie, was it a good movie or did it hit like Eternals? Did it feel like an Eternals?
This was a good movie.
Hit like Eternals. The Eternals didn't hit. It was boring.
Yeah, Eternals was.
They dropped the ball. They dropped the ball after Avengers. It was a dropped ball. I feel like Eternals should have came later. It should have came way later.
The crazy thing is, Eternals was wholeheartedly supposed to get a sequel, and I think it was so bad that they have scrapped that now.
Yeah, they did. And remember, those end credit scenes that meant something, that had meaning to it. We're never gonna see
Thanos' brother and
Star Fox, whatever.
I feel like we are gonna get something from it. It's just going to be remixed to another movie into like a slide plot.
Probably.
I think we probably should have gotten Eternals like within the last 2 years. 2 years ago.
I think
we just now got to them talking about it. Now saying that we got
Captain America.
Yeah,
they just now.
And remember that it took them a year to even make that a plot point. It took a year.
I mean, we can't ignore the giant mountain-sized hand and face out the ocean. We can't ignore that.
Chris, even think about this. Even in the TV shows, even in the TV shows, the movies that we've gotten past that, nobody has discussed it until we got to Captain America. Nobody discussed it.
Because
no. What they were doing was like, it would be like newspaper clippings.
Yeah.
It was just not. It wasn't outwardly discussed in movies, but it would be like if somebody's like clipping on something on the internet, they'll shine it on the screen, and you'll see it'll say something like the island in the middle of the Indian Ocean or something. That's what they would be talking about. Yeah. It would just be breadcrumbs. Yep. So that's all it was.
I still feel like they're gonna do something with it. It just can't be Eternals 2 because
I think Eternals 2 we were supposed to get Thanos being brought back.
Oh,
and I would have appreciated that because
he's getting brought back.
I keep thinking about the somebody animated a Doctor Doom versus Thanos. And Dr. Doom washed his ass.
I think you're gonna get that.
Oh, I hope so, cause he pulled the spine out that nigga.
I think that's what he gonna be brought back for.
One of the plot points to Secret Wars.
Yeah, I think he's gonna be brought back for that.
Yeah.
Like for real.
But are we still getting Secret Wars? Is that still happening? Because after the Secret Invasion was so bad, I didn't think we would get
has nothing to do with Secret Wars.
Nothing to do with Secret Wars.
Oh, thank God.
Secret Wars is more about
the Beyonders.
Yeah, absolutely. So it's after
it would be after Doom.
After the what is it? Battle World.
after Battle World, or is it because of Battle World? Because remember, because we're having the incursions come in.
The and the world started
all spliced together,
and it came to
becomes
one
Secret
world.
War.
So so now you making me wonder: are we getting Secret Wars the movie?
We have to because
That's what I'm saying.
We're still getting incursions. We might get Jonathan Majors back with Kane the Conqueror.
They already announced that he is coming back.
Oh,
Marvel,
here's my
Marvel's letting him come back.
So here's my thing. What I'm saying is, are we getting a whole movie for Secret Wars, or are they just going to splice Secret Wars into the Doom?
I think there's gonna be a part of Secret Wars at the end of the Doom movie. Then I feel like the Secret Wars is still gonna be broken into 2 parts. Definitely.
Bro, this is 20
But see, the
years.
Doom movie is.
Well, no, it's not gonna be 20 years because they said Secret Wars is like the year after. Them Russo brothers is working.
Yeah, they
triple
doing that
time.
right now. It's getting they just pushed them up a year.
But how many with the characters that we got now, how many more characters do we need to bring in?
Well,
Oh,
Fantastic Four. We already have Wolverine. We already have the X-Men. We're already having incursions happening. So universes are coming in.
Yeah.
So when Doom happens, Doom's going to lead into Secret Wars, which is all the incursion stuff happening, and Doom's going to take over. That's how Secret Wars happens.
Okay.
And he makes Battle World. Battle World's where Secret War starts.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah, so
Secret
Wars has to be broken up into 2 parts.
Made it make sense because I started confusing myself just now. Okay. All right.
We still need to finish the plot point of how this lady was basically babying this poor, mentally ill young man, and it says, "I'll be your mama. Now do as I say. Go kill those people now." He was like,
that is what this movie was.
Damn, now you know what? That's very Homelander-esque.
She basically was like,
yeah,
it's very Homelander.
It was.
She looked right at him.
It's very Homelander.
She says, "Oh yes, he's stronger than every Avenger, stronger than Thor, blah blah, all of them."
But she didn't take into consideration how crazy this nigga really was, because she was like, let's go finish the job." Why? They're not a threat to me. You know what?
I love that part.
Changes, and she was like, "Oh hell."
Yep. I love that part.
What? They gave him everything. He just let them get all the shots off. He says,
"Yeah,
smash, slapped everybody."
When she thought she thought that she was controlling him. That's when it was. I was like, okay, I like it.
He said, "Why would a god listen to a human?"
Yeah.
Look,
when I heard that,
man.
He's like, "But you're not a god." He's like, "Well, you said I'm all powerful, invincible, all knowing, and you said I'm better than all the Avengers, and Thor's in there, and Thor's a god.
Yep.
So therefore, logically, I have to be a god. What are you talking about?
I'm equivalent to a god."
When he said, I was.
Yeah.
He kind of cooked.
Yeah.
Logically, I have to be a god. So why am I listening to you? You can't. You're nothing.
She tried to. When she trying to pull that button up, like.
You know the music I heard during that whole scene. Order 86.
Oh yeah.
Red lights. All the like.
Yeah.
That's all I saw during that.
Man. Okay. Oh yeah. Okay. How did you guys feel about Marvel trying to call this group the New Avengers?
It makes sense.
It do. It's her rendition of it, so that it makes sense. It's going to lead into another type of Civil War event.
It won't even be a Civil War event.
It's gonna have some kind of clash behind it.
I think because they gotta bump heads with Sam.
They're gonna have to team up, but it's gonna be an issue with it off the rip because
Sam is assembling his own Avengers.
Yeah. And Sam and Bucky are gonna clash because of that.
Okay.
Yeah, it's literally Sam's team versus Bucky's team.
They're not gonna be a versus. The main reason I say is because she called them the New Avengers. New. They're not just the Avengers.
But remember the end credit?
Yeah, Sam was like,
Sam was suing them.
Sam said, that's right.
He was suing them. And that's why Red Guardian was like, we'll just do Avengers with a Z. Avengers with a Z. Problem solved.
That's right.
But
I
you want to know
forgot
the
about
fucked up? That exactly what Kobe said is exactly how Doom is going to start. It is going to be the Thunderbolts showing up for a mission,
New Avenger.
and the Avengers are gonna show up for a mission, and Sam is gonna be like, "What the fuck is this? This is our mission."
They're gonna fight.
And they're gonna be like, "No, this was our mission."
They're gonna fight, and then something big is gonna crash in the middle.
Exactly.
Keep coming. Like that's literally what's
Not,
gonna happen.
not too,
Hey.
not too
And then
deep
hold on,
in
and then the
fantasy, man.
Fantastic Four is gonna show up and be like, and then they're both gonna look at them and be like, "Who the fuck are you all?"
And then the Mandalorian is gonna show up with Grogu.
But
Wait.
but
Oh
the
man,
Thunderbolts got an ace though.
Who has an ace?
The Thunderbolts have an ace.
The mentally unstable.
Yeah,
child.
Sentry.
That's it.
Yeah.
But also the Avengers too, because Sam could call Thor
And Hulk.
and the Hulk. So
But Sentry gonna watch
Sentry
that.
watched.
They gonna whack
Sentry
that
watched
ass.
both of them. Though.
I mean, yeah, he did, but
Yeah, maybe. I know,
then, like
I'm
I
just
said,
saying.
we're going to get what happened in the first Avengers movie when Captain America, Thor, and Iron Man all clicked up and started fighting. We're gonna get the same level of fighting
I got you.
mixed
I got
with Civil War. It's gonna
I
be
got
the
you.
same type
They're
of
gonna
fight.
wind up mixing up the groups. But
why
so
do you want to say Captain Marvel? Captain Marvel's still a part of
I
it.
don't think she's Captain Marvel. I don't think will be back anytime soon.
I hope they recast her because she fucking sucks. But
You know, I don't like Brie Larson either. You know, since you bring it up, you know.
just recast her, please. Marvel, recast her.
I think I'm the only person in the world that like Brie Larson.
For the record,
Oh,
the toxicity
hold
between
on.
as soon as one started, the other one.
The other one
But-
kicked
but-
right in.
Hold on. Let me
I like
cook
the other
real
two
quick.
Captain Marvel.
So Kelsey Grammer just did an interview, right? The X-Men are coming,
Yes, because he
but
wants
but
co-stars in
it's
the
the
X-Men universe.
OG. It's the OG
Yeah.
ones because remember Kelsey Grammer is the OG Beast.
Yeah.
He's
So
always been.
it's gonna tie in, but it's gonna be what's her face when she got trapped in the
Well,
Marvel.
Co-stars
yeah.
is over there.
Yeah,
We
She
already
has to
got
come back.
Kelsey Grammer in there.
Yeah.
To let us know that they was gonna be the ones coming.
yeah. He said
Yeah.
it's official. We're getting the OG X-Men back, basically.
Oh my
Yeah.
god! I just
Nobody
realized
wants-
something.
Nobody
What
wants nobody wants the first class. We all want, Patrick, what's his name, to come
Patrick
back.
Stewart.
Yeah, Patrick
Mhm.
Stewart to come back. They
No
already-
cutis. All
You know what
right.
was the difference time?
No cutis of the Borg.
Watch them kill them the same way
Oh man.
I gotta say it.
Damn, they gonna snap his old ass neck.
again.
Man.
Again.
That was a gruesome death.
Oh.
That was
Oh.
elderly abuse.
No. She didn't snap his neck. You know that, right?
What did she do?
She
was in his
turned it from his mouth. She spent it. His mouth was still facing this way. The bottom half, the top half spit this way. It was so fast that it looked like she snapped his neck. She didn't snap his neck.
She did him so dirty.
Oh my
Man.
god.
So
He was
dirty.
just doing all of this shit. Bubble boys and trouble.
Man.
Ooh,
Yeah, that's what she did.
man,
She
you know,
didn't snap his neck.
You know who I hope they bring
I
back?
paused it at the perfect time.
Just so you can see what she
I
did.
paused it. I was like,
Oh yeah.
that's his mouth. His mouth. Yes.
Chris just had a
And blood spray. That's why it went red when she did it.
Yeah. Chris had a good point.
Uh,
He want them to bring back.
Professor X's sister.
Yeah.
oh God, yeah.
Oh,
She
please.
was cold.
Yeah.
She was cold.
She's still alive, ain't she?
Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
technically.
She in the void.
Yeah. She's
Yes.
back.
And
She
Yeah.
has the power to come back. Like
because
to
I
come back.
thought about it because we also get Loki, the god of time. So
Mhm.
I don't even think Thor is ever gonna die.
No, Thor is not gonna die, but I also think that what's gonna end up happening is there's gonna be the Wolverine that we got from Deadpool is going to see another Charles Xavier, and he's gonna ask him if he knew about his sister, and he's probably gonna end up telling him, "You have a sister,"
That would be
and
slick.
Yeah.
There's a whole bunch of stuff that can lead up to some exciting
I
stuff.
mean Deadpool is supposed to be in Doom, so
Well, don't forget we also see that scene of Thor cradling Deadpool I think that's a serious scene, but I also think that's a joke scene as well.
It is a joke.
Because it's gonna be
That
Thor
nigga
thinking
can't
he's
die.
actually dead, and then eventually Deadpool's gonna say some shit like, "The only way to bring me back is to kiss me on the mouth." Like
Yeah,
it's gonna
it'd be
be some shit
something
like
weird.
that. Yeah.
It would be something weird. Yeah.
No, it is Pride
As
Month.
long as I'm just thankful that Taika Waititi ain't gonna have nothing to do
Oh my God.
with nothing Marvel.
Well,
no
you
more.
remember why they said he wrote it like that, right? Marvel pissed him off. Marvel pissed
One-
him
one that wrote,
clean
Thor
off. That's why Thor: Love and Thunder was a joke.
Because
It was
mad.
a joke. He was pissed off at Marvel.
He was mad because of how Ragnarok was.
But Ragnarok was good.
Ragnarok was good.
He was mad at it. So because Ragnarok was so good, he was like, I'm gonna make Love and Thunder so shitty.
Yeah.
Why?
That don't make
That's
sense.
so counterintuitive.
Yeah.
But it was also a dispute between him and Marvel on creative. That's what it was. He had a fight with Marvel about creative. So him and Kevin Feige were bumping heads. So when he wrote the script, he wrote it as a joke, and Kevin Feige liked it. So that's how we ended up with Love and Thunder being like that. But when it came to him directing it, he purposely told Chris Hemsworth to be goofy. And that's why Chris Hemsworth is now, he did an interview to which he said
He hated that shit.
he hated it because he said he got too lost in being
Goofy.
silly
Yeah.
and it went too far.
They could have at least had him be the Thor from What If,
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
where he was kind of like a frat boy.
Yeah.
I would have appreciated that one
Then sad
more
Thor.
than, well, this was hippie Thor.
It was.
It was terrible. The only part of that Thor that actually made me laugh was at the beginning with the Guardians of the Galaxy, where by which we didn't get any of that. We were supposed to get Thor with the Guardians of the Galaxy. All we got was 5 minutes of that, and the
But
only funny
Kevin-
part was when Thor was like, he was trying, he trying to get into Star-Lord's view. That was the only part that was funny.
But Kevin Feige said, and it's crazy that we're talking about us because I've seen so many interviews about this, and Kevin Feige purposely said he was like he didn't want to do Thor with the Guardians. He did not want that, and a lot of what Thor was supposed to be,
Was gonna be with them.
and he said he did not want that because he already knew what James Gunn was doing for Guardians.
For Guardians 3.
And he said that would have washed away, like the seriousness of it would have gone away. We wouldn't have
I
got
agree.
that same grounded movie.
But
that
it
we
wouldn't
got.
have had to be. But see,
But it
that's
was
why
in the Thor movie,
Waititi
though.
was also the wrong
Director, yeah, because again, we had another God level villain. This was supposed to
Man,
be Marvel's
dude.
attempt at giving us
The
God
Hey,
tier
longest one.
villains.
This
was a
this
God
should have
killer.
almost been a horror movie.
It should have been.
It should have.
Hey,
It was supposed to be.
This one's name is Gore
The God Butcher. We should have
He killed
seen him.
one
He
on
should have
screen.
showed up to the land of the gods and slaughtered all of them.
He killed one on screen.
That's it.
And then they showed another one that was
Can we
the
talk
size
about how
of a
weak
mountain
that Necro
land.
Sword was? That sword was so fucking weak. That
And it's
Necro
not-
Sword was so fucking
Yeah,
weak.
yeah.
That
And you
shit
know what?
sucked.
Yeah.
That was a waste of Christian Bale. It was a fucking waste of Christian
Oh, it
Bale,
was a huge waste.
who would have cooked as
And I'm mad.
And why they make
I'm
Gore
mad
so
that
ugly?
they gave him his regular face because they didn't want. They kept saying he was just gonna look like Lord Voldemort.
He's supposed to.
Gore the God Butcher looks like Lord Voldemort. That's who he looks like.
But
He's
worse than
supposed
that,
to.
I thought that we were gonna get American Psycho Christian Bale. I thought we was gonna get that version of acting
We
out
should've
of
got-
him, and we didn't. American Psycho, if at anything, showed that he has the capability and the range to play a god tier villain in the Marvel universe.
We made Eternity the fucking Dragon Balls. We used to make a wish. This nigga's not a wishing cup.
Man.
What did we do? What did we do here? That was just bad.
And
Oh,
now Thor has a daughter.
why did you just make me remember that?
Thor fucked his hammer. He did.
The movie exactly.
That's literally what
Let me
he
tell
did.
you something, and let me tell you,
Stupid.
Taika Waititi, he is known for writing stories that are like this. So all he basically did is he likes writing comedies. So he basically wrote a Marvel movie as a fucking comedy.
Yeah.
He did. He turned Thor into a joke.
He picked the wrong Thor.
I mean-
he picked the wrong Thor to do this with. The why?
The crazy thing is, when you think about it, Ragnarok was a comedy.
It was.
It was.
It just was done very
It
well.
was the right amount of comedy.
Yeah. It
Like,
was
okay, we
done
had some.
very-
serious
It was-
moments, but
it
we
was
had our funny
shocking.
moments, but we could actually enjoy
Right.
the movie.
But
Right.
it was shocking that he did as well as he did. And it turned out to be a very well action-packed story. See,
Vents won't close. Nigga, I'm cold. I'm gonna have to take the daggone vent down to see why it won't close. Ah. Contractors did a
Hell of
piss
a-
poor job around this mark, man.
you gotta look at the camera when you say it.
Man, they did. Hey, the contractors that did the remodeling of my house did a piss poor job.
Welcome to the club.
Man, all the vents are stuck open.
They said y'all shouldn't. Y'all don't need to, cause y'all
we
need
stay
to.
open.
Eh.
Every now and we got certain sections of the house that just don't get heat.
Good.
Oh yeah, my house the same way. It's the same way. I don't have
Your
it.
house is 170 years old.
Yeah, it is. With all the original parts.
Man, the second floor is warm.
Cause heat
Yeah.
rises.
It's properly insulated.
The first floor
It is
is
cold down here.
nice.
It's a little nippy.
Yes, it's cold. It's nipply down here. It ain't even
Nipply.
just nippy. It's nipply. Like I'm.
Yeah.
It's cold down here.
You know, I was gonna make a comment, but I didn't want to. You know, Diddy's in enough
Hey,
trouble.
it's nipply down here.
Diddy's in enough trouble
How did we get to Diddy?
because
What
he
do
likes.
got to do with nip? Oh, never mind.
Yeah, exactly.
There you go.
Exactly.
There you go, spark plug.
Take that. Take that. Take
You
that.
know? All right, let's get to the villains.
Round it off.
Villains. So Void he was the villain.
Yeah.
Void as the villain.
Technically.
Was he an intimidating villain to y'all? To
Oh,
me,
absolutely.
He was ridiculously intimidating.
Yes.
He was turning niggas into shadows.
Yeah,
Because
dude.
we saw him start off with just with one hand. I'm just doing this for fun. And I
Yeah.
thought maybe that was the length of his power, and then
No.
it just spread
Spread.
across the yard. So he was literally just doing this just to be a sociopath.
If it hadn't been stopped, he could have shadowed the entire planet.
Mm-hmm.
Like he was just
He
and
said,
look, the floating there and him just being pitch black and all you can see
Yeah,
is
the
his
yellow
eyes,
eyes, the whites of his
those,
eyes.
those
So y'all
white
want to know what's
eyes.
crazy? Is that picture actually is what I'm using for the villain. When
Yeah,
he's
oh,
standing there
yeah.
with his hand out.
Man,
that's
crap.
a good picture.
Hey, that crap is
Dope. Dope as fuck.
blood curdling.
Yeah,
nigga. That's what it is.
He wanted his own electric boogaloo.
Man.
He wanted his own national tragedy.
Okay,
I
so
just want to
yeah.
know why did Soldier A decide I'm gonna shoot at this man?
They always try to.
That don't make any sense.
You know what? Why do they do that in movies? The first thing, shoot him. Just shoot him.
No, after you
That'll
have,
take him down.
after you
They're
have
the ones
video
that-
footage of y'all shooting at him before he wasn't even nowhere near this strong, and it did nothing.
It didn't do nothing. Exactly.
Shoot him. Shoot him and then choke him.
Yeah.
This would be the one magic bullet that does it.
Wait, hold on. Ain't nobody else is here to fix it. Shoot him, then choke him.
Shoot him and then choke him.
While he's in midair.
That's my South Park joke.
Did y'all feel like there was more that could have been put into that character?
For right now, it's cool.
I think it was a
It's a
good
good
introduction.
introduction.
It was.
Yeah, because they didn't kill him off.
Nope,
If
they-
they had killed him off,
Oh yeah, we would have been
everybody
pissed.
in the world would be pissed off right
Because
now.
it
That
would've
would have
made-
been,
Because
you know, exactly.
But
you can't kill him off. That's the problem.
Exactly.
No, but
done
Exactly.
it before.
They have done
but
it
yeah,
before.
I mean, Wanda dying kind
Wanda's
of
not
pissed
dead.
me. Nah, I mean, I mean, even though
Did you
we,
see a body?
even though I know, even though we,
Y'all talking about Maximo?
yeah, even though we on camera she died, we know as nerds she did not die, but
I don't see.
her dying kind of sort of pissed me off a little bit because
His body was laying down.
What body?
it was underneath all of the rubble, and that's Unk's point. Her body was like she literally caused that temple to cave in.
Well, and what's that area Wanda? Because Wanda did that shit where she traveled from one.
Wait, what are we talking about?
I'm
I'm having an old man moment right
Doctor
now.
Strange, Multiverse of Madness, which is
Oh, Maximum.
Nigga, you
Maximoff. What was you talking about?
You said Maximoff. You literally said
What are you
Maximoff.
talking about?
What was you thinking of? Was you thinking of Infinity War?
I know it. You literally sat there and said Maximoff, and here we go. We keep talking, and then you say, "Wait, which Wanda?" Maximoff.
I was talking about.
This is talking about Black Widow.
What?
What are you talking about?
Her name is not Wanda.
When I'm sitting there, I'm like, her body was laying there. Oh, man.
That scene was still.
All I knew was when I got lost, I'm like, okay, I'm having an old man moment. What are we talking about right now?
Nah, Multiverse of Madness.
Yeah. Nah, she's alive. Huh?
I'll sacrifice myself. No, I'll sacrifice myself.
Yeah, they was fighting to kill themselves.
If you let go, we fighting each other to sacrifice each other.
Yeah.
Set it off.
Damn.
Yeah.
You want to know what's kind of crazy about that? You know how depressed you both gotta be to be like, man, suicide. Let's do it.
Man.
You know,
Let's start a pact.
So you know, I just really thought about this. I was like, they could have just got an actual murderer. They're like, oh wait, that's how we gotta do. We'll be right back.
Nah.
Now
But
it's
the
gotta be
sacrifice,
somebody. You
it
gotta
had to
sacrifice somebody you love.
it had to be somebody important.
Was that actually a thing?
Yes, that's how
Remember
Thanos.
when
That's how Thanos got the Soul Stone.
Yeah.
He had to sacrifice Gamora.
Yeah.
He said, "Hey, guess who's missing that boyfriend now?"
Yep.
That scene was so fucking funny.
Yeah.
He said,
Uh,
"I'm sorry, little one." Excuse me.
Man. We kind of answered all these. Do you think the Void could take on Thanos?
Yeah.
Me too.
I think he.
Me too.
Yeah. No, he'll beat him. I don't know about beat him, but he'll beat him. It'll be a close ass match.
I believe he's done it.
I think when it comes to magic, Thanos, he's a sitting duck.
Are we talking about
What magic?
What magic?
He's just an evil entity.
Man.
He got telekinesis
He's
and,
just
and
evil.
super strength.
He said he's just evil.
He's just evil. His backstory. He's from a planet. I just can't remember what it was, but no, he's just evil.
We talking about the Void?
Yeah.
Oh no,
He's not
mental.
strictly. No, he's not strictly mental. There's the
Oh,
actual,
he's an actual entity.
Yeah.
It's just that he's linked
a
to that.
backbone.
I just linked on to that mental illness person. I was like,
Yeah.
oh, we was weak before. Then y'all just said, give that nigga drugs, and he just got stronger.
Yeah,
Give that
he's
nigga
he's
drugs.
essence,
You
basically.
see, kids, don't do drugs.
Oh my God.
Don't do drugs.
Because you might become the century.
Exactly. You might become mentally ill. You might be flattening and shadowing people out here on these streets. Don't just say no.
If you want to,
The views of That's this right now. We don't support drugs around here. That's this man.
I don't
Man.
Yeah, don't go out here chasing dragons or waterfalls.
Please don't chase the dragon.
Exactly. You'll never catch it.
You ain't never watched
All right, we going to.
Damn, you know what? You're right, Chris. God damn.
What happened?
In Dragon Ball Z, they are chasing dragons.
Yeah.
with every other comic.
Flying around on clouds.
I gotta show y'all a video after this. It's the funniest fucking shit. And they was chasing dragons, all right.
Mm-hmm.
He was missing two.
Oh, I can't wait.
Y'all feel that Marvel did a good job with tying the ThunderBolts to the rest of the Marvel universe?
Honestly, yes.
With the end credit. Hey, no. Throughout the movie,
The whole movie was really solid,
It was.
and things made sense. And that's all I really asked for the things to make some goddamn sense.
Yeah.
Even the scene where he was trying to get that lady to buy the cereal, it made sense. That made it.
Oh, the Wheaties.
Yeah, the Wheaties
yeah.
box.
Yeah.
Then
What
the
do
first Captain
what do
America
you
was
think?
on Wheaties.
Yeah, he was like, "What do you think about this box, huh?
Mhm.
It's a stunning, it's a stunning individual right here. What you think?
He had no beard or nothing.
Nothing. He just had a fake mustache.
Yeah.
What do you think about this, huh? Huh?
That
Where you
was
going?
funny.
I'm on the box.
That was funny.
She went straight to the cops.
That was funny. I think I hope it's coming out
I-
soon. I will grab it.
For the B-list characters, they did great.
For the B-list characters, it's crazy. That's why it had to be a group of them. Hold on,
Were
let me
they
see.
not the B-listers?
ThunderBolts?
The only one that was somewhat an A-list is Winter Soldier. And I said somewhat.
2 days ago they just released it. They said.
Are they announcing a sequel? I hope not.
No. I'm looking up at when. Oh,
It better be New Avengers.
the new Thunderbolts, aka the New Avengers, will be released on digital streaming via premium on demand on Tuesday, July 1st.
Yep.
Announced in a YouTube trailer
That's right. I
Wednesday.
knew it.
I still find it funny.
So
Sinners
not
is
this
on-
coming
Sinners is
Tuesday,
on
the week
digital
after.
and still in theaters, going strong.
Yeah, not this coming Tuesday. It's next one. Next
Damn, I
Tuesday
feel-
after this one.
I will say I feel sorry for that Forge writer for Sinners, but I don't.
For
I
what
that
now?
man good out of a job.
Oh yeah, that dude
when
got fired.
Sinners first came out,
Dude got fired.
dude posted like on Forbes was like, yeah, it's at the trajectory that it's making, it's not even going to break even. And the very next week, it matched what it made, and then some. And every week after, it just keeps making more and more numbers.
And that's
People
that
keep subtweeting.
that's a running joke
People
online.
keep subtweeting like, hey, that nigga still working.
Who said that?
Some random writer.
Somebody
He
who was
shit talking
reviewing,
for
yeah, somebody who
Sinners.
was reviewing the movie.
I feel like it's a very palm-colored individual.
Palm colored is crazy.
He was like, "Oh, black movie? Hell no.
He
Man.
said he was
That
like,
won't do well."
this movie is not going to sell well because of the opening weekend, and every week after it's just. And
Nah.
every time, hey, he's still working there,
But it did good opening weekend.
It did.
It did phenomenal.
but not to him.
For actually, it is number 3 on the list of original IPs that have come out
Yeah.
that sold well entirely. It is it as an original project. It is number 3 on the highest grossing.
And it is
movie.
still going strong. It's
And
still,
it's still
going.
going strong.
Is
Yeah.
Google on there twice for that, or just this one?
He's on there twice for Black Panther.
I know it.
He's on there twice for Black Panther.
But Black Panther's not it's not an original project.
It's not, but I had a feeling they would put him on the board.
Yeah, he is. Yeah, and they also said that there's gonna be a sequel to Sinners, and he's not gonna be in it. Warner Brothers wants to do it. He didn't want to do it. Warner Brothers is going to do it without him.
So it's gonna suck.
Without
Okay,
Ryan
got it.
Coogler?
Yep.
So
So
they basically.
How are they doing that? And he got
he
got
does-
that deal, son.
He doesn't get rights for 10 years after.
So it's gonna suck. Got it.
Yeah. Right
They-
now, Warner Brothers owns the name, the rights, and everything. After 10 years of the movie being out, then he'll have the rights to
So
it.
we gotta make it terrible before he gets it back.
So they're literally doing what they did with Scary Movie.
Why not just do it?
That's literally
Oh,
what
with
the,
Yeah, if that's the case, Ryan
yeah.
Coogler should just do it. Honestly,
Why not just do it? Then?
he wanted that to be the.
It's
he-
gonna be
Because it was
done
supposed to
wrong.
be, it was literally supposed to be a one-off.
I honestly think it would have been better for him to just pull a Quentin Tarantino and just do a prequel. That's what would make more sense.
It was supposed to be just a one-off. That was it.
Because he could have
was
just
like, I
focused.
want to do this. And I'm gonna make it good.
He could have just focused on the Irish dude, and he could have like his character was strong enough.
Or focus on the Indians.
Yeah.
Yeah, he could
I'm like,
focus-
I'm like, it
focus
even
on
gotta
the
be. He didn't even have to be the Irish. We could have focused on the twins.
Because
coulda focused on the
you
natives.
know what would have been cool, Unc, is that it could have kind of sort of been like tied into the Killers of the Flower Moon, how that tribe was getting wiped out, and it could have been that the Irish guy was going, and he was the reason why that tribe was getting washed out. He was the reason why, and a lot of them. It got to the point to even that's how the birth of the CIA happened. So it could have literally tied into that and how it finally got down to a certain group that was hunting him down. It would have made more sense. He can't let them pull a Boondocks. He can't let them pull a Boondocks.
Yeah, that's that.
Season 4.
Which again,
Sometimes cats can be so lost in their artistic integrity
Freedom Rise was my favorite episode.
that it can.
That shit was hilarious.
I just feel like sometimes cats can be too lost in their
Yeah.
artistic integrity.
Well, can I get my money?
Yeah, you know.
They can't have another. I mean, nobody else would do it better than him. Sorry, hate to say it.
No.
I want a sequel.
And he came up with
Stupid.
something very. So the device that they used to do
Oh
Michael
yeah,
B.
that was the
Jordan's.
first of its kind.
Yeah, the Michael B. Jordan had over 9 cameras surrounding him. They built this so that he could do all the motion, and it was to basically make a 3D design of his face, so that when his stunt double came in to play his
Just copy and
to
paste.
play his brother, they just literally took his whole profile that they analyzed with
Yeah.
those cameras and put it on him, and that's how he
That's
was
really
able
Yeah, it's
to
just
do.
a deep fake.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But they said that was a first of its kind ever made. They invented it specifically for this movie.
Well, they kind of had to because there was another person.
It was good though.
They could have
Anyway,
pulled
we
a Tyler
got back.
Perry.
We got to a whole nother movie.
They could have pulled a Tyler Perry. You know when Tyler Perry.
We're not talking about Tyler Perry this episode. 'cause
Oh
he is in a-
yeah, we got something for that boy.
Oh my goodness.
I'm ready.
Okay. Talk about the end credit, the final end credits. What y'all think of them?
They did well.
It brought in the way they brought it in was way better than what everyone was like. There was always a theory about how the Fantastic Four was like
Tied
going
in.
to tie in. So I like this method of it because everyone was like very set in stone that it was gonna be somehow connected to the quantum realm. So
Well,
I
it wasn't even the quantum realm because remember, at the end, everything is happening. They said the universe is coming to an end because the incursions are happening. Then they still didn't even know all the quantum realm stuff, so it wasn't really the quantum realm that they was worried about. It was just they was like, here comes an interdimensional ship from somewhere. They was like, which means it could be space or the quantum realm, but I don't think it's the quantum realm. It has to be from a different dimension because we got to get Galactus and all that other stuff.
So then my question would be that specific part is that because remember how was it Avengers? I think it was where Avengers ended with the beginning of Spider-Man, the last end credit into No Way Home or Homecoming? No, Far From Home.
Far From Home, the third one, yeah.
Far From Home. So is this the beginning of Fantastic Four, or is this could technically be the end of Fantastic Four?
It's the end.
It's the
I
end.
think it's the end. I think Fantastic Four is going to have to escape.
Yeah, they're gonna flee.
They lose.
They're gonna lose in their movie.
Yeah.
I think that planet is gonna get eaten. That dimension, they're gonna have to escape that dimension.
Is this one of them?
You know what I just thought about? The Beyonders are gonna come in that movie.
Think so?
They have to.
They have to.
Because there's no other way for that universe to come to an end unless they make Galactus just want to just eat universes instead of just the planets.
Yeah, no, it's planets right now.
So
It's planets.
the Beyonders have to come in
Hmm.
for all this to happen.
But even
I
worse,
think.
but I even think that what's gonna end up happening is, something that's been interesting about the way that the Fantastic Four movie was set up is that there is this undertone that Reed Richards is just under a fuck ton of pressure, and now Reed Richards is going to crumble underneath the weight of his own failure.
Yeah, you gonna put
Because
on that
all
helmet.
of this stuff is technically his fault. Everything is his fault. The Fantastic Four becoming the Fantastic Four is his fault. It's all his fault.
It's always been his fault, though.
Yeah, and like
Yeah.
They gonna
it hit
end
the
up
fact
on-
he's
on
going
the-
to crumble under the weight of his own failures.
Well, thankfully, we're not gonna get that story
yeah,
as far as them getting their powers.
I'm
and stuff.
glad that they
Thankfully,
already are the Fantastic Four. I'm glad
Yeah.
because we don't need to see it again.
Yeah, we
gonna end
we
up-
about to get the first child.
Yeah, we about to
Yeah.
get Reed
No, Franklin.
Franklin.
Yeah,
It
Franklin.
is Franklin.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's Franklin.
If it's the Franklin one, yeah.
we
Franklin.
about to get the first child.
Look, I also got one little beef with the new Fantastic Four. They look so bland.
Well, look at the.
They're,
new-
They look like the
very,
comic
they're,
book.
they're comic book accurate.
They're
I
very
understand,
comic book
but
accurate.
I'm a child of I'm a product of the early 2000s where
You're a product
they-
of the shit one.
just shut up. So-
Basically,
Yeah,
'cause
but they at least look. Them
But-
motherfuckers look sexy.
but
versus
Chris, you have to think
I'm talking
about it.
I'm talking about the early 2000 ones.
This Fantastic Four is
first
happening
two
in
movies.
the 60s. So
Yeah.
it's happening in the 60s. So this is how they're supposed
Well,
to look.
I'm used to
Do
them
we
looking
know
sexy.
that it's happening in the 60s?
Yeah, because if you notice, if you look at some of the themes
It's
in the
very
background,
futuristic for the 60s.
I was about to
It's
say
like the
before
Jetsons.
you talking
it's like
about
the
that
yeah,
because they
feels
got
like the
flying cars.
what, flying cars?
They
Yeah.
do. It's very futuristic.
Yeah, it's just a different dimension.
What's the segregation?
That's what I'm
looking
saying.
like?
We don't know that it's the 60s.
Ah.
It's just a different dimension.
That's
We-
there.
That's what I'm saying. What's the segregation looking like? That's how we know.
Yeah,
That's how we know. Because Reed Richards looking like that at that time frame, depending on what it is, there should be some segregation there.
Hey.
If it's segregation now, it's gonna be some segregation back then.
Right.
Yeah, we gotta check about that. Yeah.
What's the segregation looking like? It's crazy.
I mean, call a spade a spade.
Is there Jim
It-
Crow?
you said it was his fault, so he gonna fuck around. It was like, oh, I got us these powers. I'm sorry. I'm gonna go on an excursion and go to the Isles of Mandor and put on a helmet and find a green baby alien.
This is kind of sort of making me think about the Ace Vane voiceovers.
It's either you either get that or they end up in the fucking apocalypse.
I mean, which is
Oh my
which is
God.
what's clearly happening.
Take your pick.
Which is what's clearly going to happen
Which
because
one is better?
they have to come to this universe.
Yeah, they coming here.
They running for their lives.
I'm just saying, you just got right.
I
You want him to be a cowboy?
I just wish they did a better I just wish they did better marketing for me because I barely saw the
What, for Fantastic Four?
Oh, he's on
Thunderbolts.
Chris, because your ass went outside. That's why.
I'm-
It was
You
everywhere.
just say Chris Porter was not outside. The main person was always outside. What are you talking about?
Chris, you're not in the places where there's a lot of advertisements. So you gotta understand that. He wasn't outside.
It
I know about
they
Fantastic Four coming up.
They did do a lot of. So Fantastic Four seems more
Pushed. They pushed it
more
more.
push, but they did push the Thunderbolts.
No,
a lot.
that's the thing.
It
I
was
knew, I
heavy.
knew about it, but it didn't feel like I just really need to go watch it.
I
You
feel
know
like
what I'm
every
saying?
I felt the same, but you know what? I feel the same way as you, Chris. I was excited when I saw the trailer, but then once it got here, I was like, meh.
But Thunderbolt, I was never excited.
I was like, meh.
I went into it with
You
open
know
mind,
what?
like I want to see what
I-
a new group of people that I don't know. I'm going into it
Yeah.
open-minded, but I wasn't gonna go into it shit.
I ain't
I
gonna
was
say I was excited. I just wanted to see it though.
Yeah,
Because
I
it's a
was.
Marvel
I'm more
movie.
excited for Fantastic Four more than anything.
I'm definitely excited.
Yeah, because I'm like, I'm more intrigued to see what they do with it. I mean, it feels like Deadpool. I was more excited to see what they were doing with Wolverine. It's a
Mhm.
character that's beloved. Fantastic Four.
I think I was scared to see if they was gonna mess Century up, and I'm glad they did.
right.
That's probably the main
That's-
reason I
that's-
really didn't
that's-
want to go watch it because I was
Mhm.
like, "Ooh, if y'all mess Century up, I don't trust you no more, Marvel."
Mm-hmm.
But right now they did it. They doing
They did a
good. It
good
was
job.
alright.
They did a good job. With
They're
it.
starting to not kill off the villains. They're
Yeah,
real-
they
Well,
killed-
Phase 1 through 4
Was
one
killing
through
off
three,
all
they-
the villains.
They ruined that. You know, they had to learn from
Black Panther, they killed off 2 in the same
it.
movie.
Man, they did.
I know they did.
Seriously.
I
2
was
good ones that shouldn't have been killed off.
for the longest time.
But
that killed
but you know
Marvel
what the
so
problem
much,
with that was is that that
Yeah.
was just them doing it so they could say, okay, we put them in there. Like we hinted towards them, we
And they
let them in
shouldn't
the
have done
movie.
that.
Yeah, they
Yeah.
shouldn't have done it.
They
Well,
should not have
I
done.
still feel like Killmonger's coming back.
At this point, he has to. He has
Yeah,
to
I
come
believe
back,
he
but
will.
It's gonna be just the multiverse.
Did
That's
y'all
the
hear?
only way they can
Did
do
y'all
it.
hear about the white man who's gonna be Black Panther?
Oh yeah,
Not watching.
and
that
it's
shit.
Ryan Coogler.
I'm not watching that.
There's a new Black Panther book or something, and it's a
Yeah,
white man. that's
it's a
Black
comic
Panther.
book, and he's white.
I'm not.
He's
He,
white.
If they make
Marvel
that,
can do
It
the-
is.
into a
Marvel
He's
can
movie,
do the
actually
I'm
a-
not
funniest thing.
He
watching
is
that.
T'Challa's son. He is T'Challa's
He
son.
is
Where
actually.
did T'Challa go hit up?
T'Challa.
That's
T'Challa.
Supposedly he's T'Challa's son.
Yeah, it was
He
T'Challa's
got revealed
son.
like
He mixed.
if that was a black baby in the second movie.
He mixed.
Yeah, he's mixed.
Mixed.
He's mixed.
That can do the
T'Challa
what?
had
Mixed with
a
what?
white child.
White and white.
No.
That did not. I didn't see that one black.
Who would be
child
the
in it.
director that would do this and
They
just.
better not bring that to the screen.
Just
Nah,
hypothetically.
watch it.
Hold on.
Just hypothetically.
Who's the director?
Who will be the director for this?
Mel
For-
Gibson. And
The passion of the Wakandans.
Oh my!
you know that.
Yo.
You
So
know,
make him Jewish too. Make
Oh,
him Jewish.
yeah.
When he get there to take the throne, like, oi, it's so hot out here. How do you live here? It's so hot.
Homicide number. We need that. We need
By
to
the way,
change this.
what? No.
by the way, I'm here for the throne.
Oh, what? No. He's gonna say, "Boy, if somebody turn down the sun." It's hot out."
Yeah, right.
Turn down the-
Yeah. I'm telling you, hey,
He gonna be asking them if they can do Hanukkah.
he gotta be Jewish, bro. He gotta be
Why
Jewish.
are you chanting like that? That's not our song. Listen, we do this all together. We have to. Why are you quit moving your feet like that?
Get this man out.
Hey, man.
Get him out of here.
Hey, man. I would need to see M'Baku.
Who is this white devil?
No, that M'Baku be like M'Baku standing behind him, and he turned around. He just happened to be, I'm here for the throne. And he turned around, Jesus. Where'd this monster of a man come from?
I don't have any spare change.
Yeah.
I don't have any spare change. Please do not attack me.
Yeah.
Hey,
Can I use you into some hummus?
Yeah.
Do not attack me.
what the fuck?
Hey, don't make them actually say Sforza on there. Jesus, a whole country full of Sforzas around here. like, wow. Did he just call us niggas?
And then you know they would look at him. Did he just call him? Hey, you know who my dad is?
Right.
Yeah.
I can say it. I can say it.
I grew up as one of you.
And you know what that nigga? You know what his ass raised? New York.
Yeah, exactly.
It's gotta be New York.
Exactly. You're like, man, stop it.
There's nothing wrong with the 47.
Right. They'd be like, not the Bronx, though. I was not from the Bronx. It'd be Upper Manhattan.
Give me a bacon, egg, and cheese with that chicken.
Hey, man.
Oh my God.
Oh, shit. That's funny.
Oh, shit.
There's certain things I just can't wait for. So just said Bronx,
I
I can't
think
wait for
that worked well. That worked well. All right, what y'all give the movie, man?
Oh, that's a good question.
Out of 10.
Out of 10.
Got 10.
I'm gonna say, honestly, I'm gonna say 8.
Yeah, I'm
I
at an
would say
8. I was gonna say 8.5.
Mhm.
Solid 8.
7.5.
It's solid.
It's a solid 8 to me.
It's a solid-
It's
so
not
solid.
below an 8 to me because the story was actually well written. It's just it didn't resonate with a lot of people for some reason.
Shoot, as soon as I got there, I was like, I learned about mental illness and fighting depression. and
Heavy.
I was like, oh, I like this movie. Okay,
Heavy.
never mind. We actually getting somewhere.
Yeah,
Right,
I'm just like, man, this I thought it was good.
There's not a lot of things that they could have done. The only big thing they could have done wrong was kill off Voight and Century, but they didn't. So
Right.
You got to give them credit for that.
So
But
what's
it's not
the
a lot
best
that-
thing they did?
The best thing that they did?
Kill off Task.
I knew you was gonna say it.
Somebody was gonna say it.
I know I knew he was gonna say that.
Get trash.
It wasn't Taskmaster.
But I mean, it was actually the right answer though, because that's what I was gonna say.
Really
Yeah, that was the best thing they could have done. Killed off Taskmaster.
And you know it was
But-
bad too.
But besides that, it showing off like literally showing off how vulnerable Century actually is because his mindset's very fragile.
I would say that the movie was more about Century and Yelena more than anything.
I mean, it
Yeah.
is about them.
But
Yeah.
it's
They're both fighting their tragedies.
yeah,
Mhm.
and you can, and the fact that he had that ability to just see everyone's like darkest
Oh
Mhm.
yeah.
moments was like a
Yeah.
Oh my God,
Yeah.
this movie's just straight up trauma bonded.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah,
It definitely is.
Yeah.
just the fact that he was able to see it. It was just it was
That was slick though.
Like
I
you
like
would
the way
see,
he
like,
did it.
oh yeah, they was like, no, Yelena is really fucking.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely.
Through it.
She was.
And this movie made me like her character way more.
I like the character in Hawkeye. That's why I gave her more of her. To me,
like
she was
her.
funny. Yes.
I like her.
Like her. Yeah,
It was alright. It was alright in Hawkeye, but like it was just like
It was comedy.
she was just straight. I'm angry, try kill, and then she comedy.
But when
like
she was shit talking, old girl, she was like, "You have an apartment. You have one fork and one spoon. That's it. Like that's some sad shit."
And coming from her.
Sounds bad.
And like getting to know her character, like actually showing like the dark side. I was like, oh.
She was.
I resonate and I understand why you like how you like now.
She was really.
And I got it.
Got you. All right, well, shoot. We can. I think we can end it there. We changing the format, or is it just the on-screen format?
I was just what they gonna see. The overlay is gonna be beautiful.
So according to the showrunner, we will be changing the overlay, as he put it. So that's the technical terminology for it. I did not know this. I thought format encompassed it all, but apparently we're not changing the format. We're just changing the overlay.
Overlay.
We're changing the overlay. It's gonna look more pristine.
The overlay is
changing. It's going to look better.
We're not repping the orange man.
It's
gonna be the best overlay we've ever had.
Oh my goodness. So it's gonna look better.
Another one of these
you know.
to the gulag.
Overlays are so much better. I said we have the best overlays. You better end this. I keep going.
Yeah, I'm trying to end it. We're gonna have a new look for the next show. And we're gonna continue to keep growing, hopefully.
And thank you all for 1,500 subscribers, man. 1,500.
We got 15.
We at 15.
Ooh.
We need y'all to keep hitting that subscribe, that like, that comment button, because guess what? We hit 2 goals, and we gotta hit one more. We gotta have over 30 hours of watch time, meaning that people have to watch at least
actually gotta watch
30 hours of our shit.
I mean,
a lot of time.
We're gonna keep pumping out. We're gonna keep pumping out.
Hey, man, each one of these episodes is at least an hour, man.
No. It means individual people. So, individuals got to watch the thing. And if they watch past an hour, then it counts towards our time.
Right. No,
Yeah.
that's what I'm saying. We got, every episode is over an hour.
Yeah.
All we need is 30 people to watch.
An hour and
To
we
watch a full episode.
Look,
Just need 30 people to watch a full episode.
that's so we can monetize.
Yeah.
We need money.
Yes.
We need them ad dollars.
Man, we're trying to do something.
Just watch it. Just watch it.
Just watch the
Let
show.
us focus on what we're talking about. Just watch it and enjoy it. Tell us what you like about it. Tell us what you don't like about it, so that we can improve.
Please enjoy these black men coming here and yapping.
Because that's all we doing. That's all we shooting the proverbial.
A bobo.
Just help us do that.
You know
what I mean?
Why is
Yeah.
the video
All right.
still going?
on that note, we're gonna end the show here. Once again, this is the Fades Foolishness podcast, where the conversation starts in the DJ booth with a whole bunch of laughing and yapping and acting silly. And it ends with a big mug, red cup, or a fresh cut.
Of course.
Bars.
Bars.
But with that, yeah.